Alright, today's project going to be swapping out the headlights on the Jeep. Real quick though, almost finished wiring up the winch. I just need one more cable, but runs up here and it'll run over there to the battery. Had to spend some time cleaning all the contacts on the battery real good. But anyway, today, like I said, we're changing out the headlights. Changing out the bezels around the headlights for the black ones. Here's those. Here's your part number. And they look like these black plastic surrounds that replace the chrome ones. You could take your chrome ones out and paint them if you wanted. This is a lot easier. Alright. Then, as far as upgrading the lights, there's many options. If you want to spend the big bucks and get the LED dot approved headlights, you can do that. You order them from Quadra-Check, eBay, Amazon, whatever. Another option, which is what I'm going for, is something a little more reasonable. These are the E-Code Hella brand H4 headlights, and they're going to be retrofitted with HID. And the reason why this is economical for me is because I had all of the HID parts lying around. Normally, I would definitely not recommend putting an HID bulb inside of a reflector housing, but these Hella E-codes are not just any old housing. They actually have a really good cutoff for a reflector bulb, and this is a pretty common use for these. And it is for off-road use only. Put that disclaimer out there right now just because it is not DOT approved. But it's actually relatively simple. You get your set of E-code housings, and like I said, they come with H4 bulbs. And then what you do is buy a H4 bi-xenon bulb. And the one I have here is, it's like a Philips brand, but it's pretty much just a generic bulb. Get to that in a second, but it is 4300K, so I don't believe in the blue or purple headlights and all that crap. This is just a standard HID 35 watt bulb. And how it works is when you switch the high beams on, there's actually a plunger mechanism in here that pulls back to expose the bulb and turn on the high beams, and it works very good. So then, to make this a very easy plug and play swap, I've got these H4 plug and play conversion harnesses, and what they do is they plug into your headlight wiring, and then this plugs into your ballast, and this plugs into the little plug that's up here on the back of the headlight that actuates your high beams. And with these, you don't need any relays, any wiring harnesses, nothing. It's just plug and play with those, and it works very well. And then for ballast, you have multiple options. I recommend going with something good. For my purposes, like I said, I want something really good, so I went with these Toyota Denso ballasts, and I've had these for quite a while. I actually took them apart and used a potting solution inside to make them completely waterproof. That way they're safe to put under the hood here on the front of the Jeep. You can buy them with that service already done if you're willing to pay. But like I said, I did it myself. It's not too hard. You can buy all the stuff to do it on Amazon. These are meant for the D2S bulbs, D2R bulbs, so you have to have a conversion harness. You can buy these ballasts with the correct harness already on there, but I just use a little conversion piece, and then right here plugs directly into right here. It's a simple enough thing. I just take out the little Torx screws that are holding the bezel on, pull this out, and there'll be some more Torx screws around here that lets us pull the whole lens assembly out, and we'll swap it in, and then we'll pick back up from there. Alright, so we've got the headlights out, and it's the reverse or removal to put the new ones in once you have your assemblies here. And the reason it looks like this back here is you have to get this rubber boot to fit over the housing, you have to just cut it out just a little bit. So it'd probably be fine without it, but I put a little bit of electric tape on here just to hold the boot kind of shut back here. But these just slide right in, and you'll be able to get to your wiring from the back. Slide right in, use the same retainers, put everything right back in where it is, and as long as your headlights were aimed properly before, they should be spot on just bolting these in. And then we'll do all the wiring from the back. Alright, so we've got the headlights put in, and I've got them wired up. It's just plug and play. I've got the ballast zip tied securely down. Use dielectric grease on all the electrical connections because I know there will be moisture getting in here. So again, this is zip tied to a wiring harness right here, so it can't go anywhere. And then of course, the moment of truth. Will the headlights turn on? Alright, well, that's a good sign. They take a second to warm up to get to their true color temperature. But not going to be able to see on camera. But we'll go ahead and try the high beams, make sure they work. Okay. So, it's a quick and very effective lighting upgrade for the Jeep, and it's relatively inexpensive, especially compared to all of the LED headlights that you will find out there. And I guarantee these put out just as much light, being that they are HIDs, and they have a very nice cutoff line, especially for a reflector housing. Alright, well, if you have any questions, comments, leave a comment below, and if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more Jeep videos.